everybody, welcome back to English in 10 with me, Natalie. Today we are going to continue with our animal idioms, and because of that I thought I would wear my animal t-shirt. Seemed appropriate. So, me and the giraffes are here to teach you 10 more animal idioms. Before we get started, please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notifications, ding, 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 and you'll always be updated about our new videos. All right, let's get started. Our first idiom is to let sleeping dogs lie. This means to just let something go, to leave it alone, forget about it. For example, maybe your friend had a really small argument with his girlfriend yesterday. And today he's like, I don't know, talking about it, complaining, still thinking about it. And you say, just let sleeping dogs lie. Like, she's fine, it's not a big deal, just leave it alone. Just let sleeping dogs lie. All right, good. Let's take a look at the next one. Number 2 is to be like a pig in mud. A pig in mud. That means to just be super happy and to be in your happy place and doing things that are very natural to you. So, for example, my mum always says, look at you, eating mussels and drinking wine, you're like a pig in mud. You're so happy with your mussels and your wine, you're like a pig in mud. Number 3 is to get the lion's share. The lion's share. Lions. To get the lion's share, it means to get the biggest percentage. It can be applied to anything, serious things, financial things, or more trivial things. For example, if I have a delicious piece of cake and I'm sharing it, that's unlikely, but I'm sharing it with my friend, and I cut it in half, and one piece, one half, is slightly bigger than the other half, and I say, here, you can have the lion's share. So I'm giving them the bigger bit, the lion's share, the biggest percentage. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Number 4 is, his bark is worse than his bite. His bark is worse than his bite. This one means that someone says mean, maybe aggressive, sometimes unkind things, but their actions are never scary. It means that they talk a lot and they say things, but they never do anything bad. For example, you could say, I was really worried about my new boss, but actually, it turns out he's quite nice. His bark is much worse than his bite. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. Our next idiom is to rein it in. Rein it in. This means to calm down and control your emotions. So I could say to somebody, you're being really aggressive today. What's the matter? Rein it in. And what I mean is, you're being very aggressive today. Calm down. Control yourself. So you can say, rein it in to somebody. Okay. You can also say, somebody needs to rein something in. Somebody needs to rein something in. So I could say to my sister, for example, oh, my friend Maria is always moaning. She just moans endlessly. She really needs to rein it in. So it means she really needs to control herself and stop doing it. Okay, great. Let's move on to the next one. Number 6 is the cat's pajamas. So we say something is the cat's pajamas when it is amazing, wonderful, fantastic, fabulous, wondrous, super brilliant. We say something is or somebody is the cat's pajamas. I had the most amazing cake at that new shop the other day. It's the cat's pajamas. Number 7 is to make a mountain out of a molehill. To make a mountain out of a molehill. This means to make a big fuss about something tiny. To make something very dramatic out of something that's very insignificant. So for example, if I am out with my friends for dinner and I get a tiny, tiny, tiny hole in my tights and I start, oh no, they're ruined. I look ridiculous. I'm gonna have to go home. I can't stay here anymore. Look at the state of this. And my friend says, calm down. It's a tiny hole. You're making a mountain out of a molehill. So I'm making a huge fuss about something very tiny. Okay, great. Let's take a look at the next one. Number 8 is to be a fish out of water. Fish don't like to be out of water, so a fish out of water means to feel uncomfortable because it's unfamiliar to you. For example, somebody who likes to stay at home a lot, maybe watch movies, has a lot of hobbies that are more solitary, or they just don't like to go out to big parties. They like small gatherings. If you take somebody like that to a big party that's fancy with lots of people, they'll say, oh, he is like a fish out of water here. Like a fish out of water. It's a very unusual place for that person, outside of their comfort zone. All right, good. Only a couple more to go, so let's take a look at another one. Number 9 is a good one. It's to take a cat nap. I enjoy a cat nap. It just means to take a short sleep. To take a cat nap, you think, oh, the sofa looks really comfy and the sun is shining right on the sofa. I think I'll take a cat nap. So I'll take a very short sleep on the sofa, recover my energies. To take a cat nap. All right, this brings us to our very last idiom, which is somebody being a wolf in sheep's clothing. To be a wolf in sheep's clothing. This is to pretend to be something that you're not. And it's often very negative. So a wolf is a dangerous animal and a sheep is not dangerous. So to be a wolf pretending to be a sheep means that this person is not a good person or a dangerous person, but they're pretending to be nice and they're pretending to be kind. How they seem on the outside is not who they are on the inside. Okay? To be a sheep in wolf's clothing. Not very nice. Okay, that brings us to the end of our animal idioms. Did you know any of them? Do you have any similar ones in your country, in your language? Please let us know in the comments below. If you know any that I haven't mentioned in this video or in part 1, please share them in the comments as well. That would be fantastic. All right, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for your time. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.